Welcome to a Business Minute with Lily Lopez, presented by the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Today is a special day because we have a young entrepreneur who's been working with the South Florida Hispanic Chamber as a volunteer. She's part of the Hispanic Women's Society Network. She's part of the business committee. She's a wonderful young lady. She's the president, CEO, owner, you name it, she's there. She owns Doxie Digital Media. It's a media company, and I really admire Yendi. Her name is Yendi Alvarez, because Yendi, when you speak to her, you see the spark. You know, she has the energy, and we're very much similar. So that's why we were able to work together. We had that same enthusiasm, that energy that you want to move forward, you want to accomplish more than 10 or 20 tasks a day. And Yendi's going to talk today about how she started. And prior to start taping the show, she was telling me that when she was 14, she already owned a company. She started her own company. And I was like, what? I was in awe. So Yendi, tell us about that. How did it come about? It was a dream, a child dream? What did you do? Just tell me about that. Let you speak.
Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you for that intro. That was very nice. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 14, maybe even before. I've always had the sense of wanting to do things with my hands, and I've always had the sense that, well, why don't I sell it? I started a company called Jabón, Miel, Tabaco y Ron. I would make soap in the backyard of my parents' house.
Oh, I love that.
I figured that out, and then I would go to little markets and shops and sell. And I mean, I think I was able to make $3,200 profit that year.
Well, that's a lot, but that's a lot of money for a 14-year-old. And then the miel. Okay, tell me about the miel, then tell me about the tobacco and the ron. How did jabón, miel, tobacco, and ron come together?
So obviously, I come from a Cuban family, so very, very Cuban, and I wanted to highlight my Hispanic heritage and my Cuban heritage, and what better way than tabaco, ron, and miel, because that's how I grew up. Miel was like the home remedy at my house.
Exactly.
So I found a recipe. I started playing around with soap recipes, and I was able to put honey in actual soap, so it became a natural soap. And then I would have, bay rum essential oils, and then I would also throw in like tobacco, pieces of tobacco leaves in like the scrubber bars.
Oh.
And people just took to it. I think it was more like just the kind of the whole marketing and branding thing, but people loved it. They liked the whole Cuban background to it.
You're a natural at that. Okay, and then after that, then you made your money there, and then tell me more your history, your story.
Going through school, I started a love for technology a long time ago. I mean, way before when the Apple computers were still big, like a Macintosh.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I started playing with computers back then. And then as I graduated, I went to school. I studied political science, marketing. I have a thirst for knowledge at all times. So I wanted to learn everything. And one of the strongest suits I have is obviously communications and marketing, but it's this technology background that I've been able to utilize now in these times where we're using video conferencing and social media content creation. I was able to start that long time ago. I remember my first job at Tiger Direct. I was their spokesperson. And we did a whole video production department where we brought this concept of bringing digital video to the website so that we were able to sell products individually, just directly creating a whole, video campaign. And from there, I was like, wait a second, I can do this on my own. And like I've always been entrepreneurial. I've wanted to start my own company. And about 7 years ago, I started Doxie Digital Media. And since then,
I've had. Doxie do? Explain about Doxie. Doxie, I know Doxie is great.
It's a boutique content creation firm. So what I do is we do social media content creation and management, strategy, digital media strategy. I also do traditional marketing and communication strategy, press releases and writing. But my concentration is more the digital side, the digital platform, targeting digital publications, targeting and putting our products, and I say our products because all my clients are ours. My client is like my family. Putting our products on that World Wide Web stage, which is so important these days. And after COVID-19, there's no other way to go. And as we have seen with the Business Minute and the 90 Second Tech, people who receive video marketing very well, especially when it's short, it's informative, and it creates, a nice piece of collateral on the website or on internet that will never disappear.
And it's a constant communication that we have with our members. So we're there with them, and they know that we're providing information and nice things for them. And at the same time, just saying hello and smiling. And that's what it's all about. Just keep that connection with our members. So I'm very impressed with everything that you do. And I'm so grateful for the 90 seconds of tech, because that really, it brings different content, like you were saying previously, to what we do.
I mean, 90 Seconds of Tech actually started, I was a writer for the Times of Israel, and I started 90 Seconds of Tech for the Times of Israel.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of just was able to do it thanks to you and the opportunity that the Chamber has given me. Now I have a few questions for you.
Okay, my turn.
Your turn. So, you know, I'm a young entrepreneur. I started off, there's so many of us here in Miami trying to inventar, because it's where we're at right now. And it's important to be part of chambers of commerce. I know that our chairman put out an excellent letter the other day to the mayor about the importance of chambers of commerce in society as a general. I mean, they've been around since colonial times, and chambers are important. So how did you come about with the South Florida Hispanic Chamber?
Well, what happened, Yendi, and that's a great question. We're going to provide history. It was 26 years ago that a group of friends, entrepreneurs, told me, Lily, you know that there is a need for a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce that really represents the younger generations. Back in the time, we were the younger generations of Hispanics, because when you would go to an Anglo chamber, they would always put you in a Hispanic Affairs Committee. So at that point, the possibility of going up the ranks within a chamber, an Anglo chamber, wasn't there. We know that that's not the case anymore, but back in the day it was. So that's how that dream started. And I had background in nonprofit because I had been executive director of the Spanish American League Against Discrimination, and was honored to work with Dr. Soto, who's a lawyer, and he was always in the radio and the media, protecting, the Hispanic population and fighting discrimination. And then Dr. Eduardo Padron had been the founding chairman of SALAD. So imagine, I was with these two gentlemen that were like mentors, they were like fathers to me. And I remember when they gave me all the confidence that I needed, because I was sometimes, scared. They would throw me to a press conference and I would have to start the press conference and take the questions, and they would tell me, Eduardo Soto me decía, mijita, tú puedes hacerlo, tú eres periodista. So I'm always so appreciative to him and Dr. Padron, because they gave me the confidence that I needed. So getting that experience was amazing. And then I was able to start the Chamber of Commerce, and it was a big dream that we had, and it grew. Needless to say that it was difficult throughout the years. It was very difficult to start. And imagine also proving yourself as a Hispanic. I would say it was Hispanic, young, at the time I was young, Hispana, mujer. So that was like a three minorities right then and there. And back in those days, the majority of the people who participated were more men than women. But at the same time, I'm very appreciative, because the majority of the people that helped me were men. So I'm very appreciative always to men, even though I love empowering women, and we have a great group of ladies, and I'm glad that things have changed. But I always have to be very appreciative, because those who helped me in the beginnings were men and were friends. And then after that, things change, and there's a lot of women, and I'm so happy. The women in power, and now I got to the point that many of our committees are just composed of women. And I know I talk a lot, and I have a lot of information to give, and we don't have time. But when we started the foundation, that's part of the, it's also a nonprofit. It's called the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Foundation. It's a 501c3. The majority of the people the students that applied for the scholarships were boys. And then now it has shifted, and it's only girls. So that pendulum has gone, and then the same thing in the chamber. So my message now is to men: come to Chambers of Commerce. We need you in the business committee. We need you in the health and wellness, and we need you in the Hispanic Women's Society Network to support us, because we want to have men supporting that too. And for the scholarships and for the education enhancement program for the parents, to please ask your boys to apply, because now it's only girls. So this is a world where we need both men and women, and we want everybody to succeed. So we've gone from only men to now a lot of more women. So we want this to be equal, because we want our girls, like my daughter, to marry a successful young man. We don't want just the girls to be the doctors, the lawyers, engineers, and then the boys to be babysitting at home or just working, in a simple job. So we want everybody to really succeed. And well, I know we don't have a lot of time, but it's been a ride, and it's been great. And I'm very appreciative to all the people that have followed and have stayed members and have made this what it is, because it's not only because of me, it's because of the members and people like you, that when I meet people, they come to me and they want to be a part, and I'm so appreciative. And I love everybody. I give a lot of love, and I like to receive love. And I think that's what it's all about. And people really like it, and they like what we do, and they like all the events that we put together. But everything is like a family, Yendi. We're like a big family, and that's what counts. You want to do business with people who are friendly. And that's the way Hispanics are. Los latinos somos de amor, de amistad, de dar ese abrazo. Y eso es lo que nos trae tantos miembros a nuestra Cámara de Comercio Hispana. Y estoy muy agradecida a todos los miembros por participar y por seguir con nosotros. And don't leave us now. Now so we need you more than ever. We need the members more than ever.
And we're excited now. I mean, my work with you now, there's so many plans in the future, and bringing in a new digital format to the chamber. I think that this is a good opportunity for us and for all of our members to join us and to stay with us and stick with us, because we have so many exciting things coming up. And then,
Yes.
what other way to do this than together? Lily talked about the complete polarization of men and women. Can you imagine the good we can do if we come together? So that's very important. Thank you so much, Lily.
Yes, and stay tuned to all the webinars that we have coming up. A lot, weekly. So that's really great. And we're doing that for the members because we want to stay in touch. We want to provide all this information that is out there. And the only way to do it is digitally, and we're doing it. So Yendi, I think this is it for today, but it was so nice because we've been able to provide our viewers with some information about you and some more information about the chamber. So stay tuned for us for next week. More of Business Minute with Lily Lopez and the 90 Seconds of Tech with Yendi, right, Yendi?
Correct. And don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn. We have the South Florida Hispanic Chamber company page. Start following us and connect with the right people.
Exactly. And sign on to our YouTube channel as well. Thank you. And we'll see you next week.